Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So it's time to wrap this one up. I would imagine this will be a fairly short video because there's just not a lot left to do. So I'm going to get right after it this morning with the plywood tops. I've been using Baltic birch the whole time, which as you know is 60 inches by 60 inches or 5 feet by 5 feet. So this cabinet is going to have to be done in 2 pieces. And I will stagger my joints. So the bottom will be kind of like this is here, but this sheet will come all the way over obviously. And then the top sheet, that stagger joint will go on that side. I don't know if it really matters, but that's the way I'm going to do it. This edge over here, when I put the plywood down, is going to look short because I want this edge flush. I don't want an overhang on the lathe inside. So the plywood will get cut, you know, about 3/4 short for this side. The rest of it will have, you know, I haven't decided yet. This is a full 2-inch overhang on this end, and this is about 1.25 inches. I'm leaning more towards this 1.25 inches to be honest, but I haven't quite decided yet. And then of course it'll get trimmed down to account for the trim that goes on here. So anyways, let me make a trip to my hardwood dealer. I don't have enough plywood, amazingly enough. And yeah, we'll get going on this. Heavy use of the track saw. But yeah, should turn out pretty good. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to show up because my lines are in pencil. I set this plywood on the actual station and drew out the tracing, the outline of the cabinet. So that was all good. Now where I almost made a mistake was I wanted to extend it out and I extended it in. So measure twice, cut once. So I've got X's on all those lines and came back and added the outside line. So I should be able to get the track saw on a great deal of this, and I'm going to do as much as I can with the track saw and then just trim up the inner corners probably with the jigsaw. Okay, so I got that bottom layer in, and it fits really nice. This one's sitting up just because I have a couple of screws in the front just to lock everything in. And I've got a few screws in this one to lock it in as well. So this is going to become my spacer for this side, which lets me offset my joints. So next up, all I'm going to do is get my other sheet of plywood up here and trace out this line and cut that, and then I should be ready to screw this all together and start looking at the Formica. Okay, so there's the top all set together. I know it's hard to see, but I have a couple edges that just need a little flush trim. So I'm going to recruit a little help and get this over to the bench and flush trim it. And like I said earlier, I left this side short. That allows for my trim to go on here and keep this side flush. So next up, it'll be flush trim. Okay, so I went ahead and milled up some stock to use as the edge trim, but I'm still waiting on my Formica to arrive. So once that arrives, we'll get that put on, get the trim installed, get a little finish on it, and start wrapping this project up. Okay, so the Formica has arrived a little earlier than I expected, so that's a good thing. I'm not going to video me spreading glue and all that. I'm going to have to open kind of all my doors in here and get a fan going, which is going to change lights, going to change audio, it's going to change all that stuff that's just not conducive to filming. Plus I'll be in a respirator because this stuff, man, it stinks. So I'm going to go ahead and get these strips out of the way, get the glue laid on here. I'm also going to get the glue laid on the Formica, and then I'm going to flop it over on here and roll it out, get all the bubbles out, and hopefully we're gonna get this thing glued down today, and we'll be getting this project wrapped up here very soon. So I will catch you guys on the other side. After this cures, then I can just take a template router bit and zip around this whole thing and get her finished up. Okay, so there's the top all on. I did go ahead off camera and screw it down from the inside. There was just no way for me to film that anyway. But that's why we put all those frames in the top, was to give me some place to secure those tops down. So that's all done. Next up, we're going to do that trim, and I'm just going to hit that with a pre-finish of Armor Seal off camera, and then we're going to glue and brad nail the trim on. And start getting this project wrapped up. So there it is, guys. It's all wrapped up. I'm super happy with the way it turned out. I've got the Tormek up there. I have another slow speed grinder coming that will sit up there. And I may put my other sharpening stuff up here as well. It's just a good work surface to do that. So this may very well be a good home. As far as, you know, what lives where, in the drawers, I know that I have some extra chucks and whatnot for the lathe that will fit in there. I also have a bunch of Tormek accessories that I know will live in there, and I haven't done any of that organization yet, but on my next shop tour I will go ahead and show you that stuff. Hopefully I've got that stuff done by then. In the center cupboard, I'm not real sure what's going to live in here yet. I currently have my cleanup hose that hooks up here, but I would imagine that's going to go back up here on the wall and live there. And then of course this side is the tool pull out, which I'm super excited about. And this configuration may change, but I have a dedicated space for these tools. They're right here off the end of my lathe, and if they fill up with chips, it's just not a big deal. I can suck it out with a vacuum, which should be right here on the wall, and you know, the tools get put away quickly and simply. So but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, my email's in the show notes. So until next time, guys, take care.